My name is Kathleen Bassett, and this is my presentation analyzing mass media and popular culture. The magazine I chose to analyze is called the Boomer Magazine. As you may assume, it is aimed at the baby boomer generation, which is a group of people who are born between the years of 1946 and 1964. This generation is kind of associated with privilege because most of the baby boomers grew up in a post-war economy, which also made them be a part of the upward intergenerational mobility, um, which is defined by Ferris and Stein 2018 as movement between social classes that occurs from one generation to the next, meaning that they were born maybe in a lower class social setting, and as they grew up and started getting jobs and working, they were moved up social classes, maybe from lower class to middle class or middle class to upper class. So the first advertisement is this advertisement for a dentist or like oral surgery center. And in this advertisement, it states, "Are you worried that your dentures will slip at the wrong moment?" And I thought that this was really interesting because it kind of stereotypes that this baby boomers, one, are part of an older audience and implies that most of them are wearing dentures, which, if you think about it, the age group for baby boomers is a pretty wide range of ages. So maybe, the beginning of this generation maybe is wearing dentures or having trouble with their dental work. But I thought this was a really good example of stereotyping because which Ferris and Stein define as judging others based on preconceived generalizations about groups or categories of people. Because it's kind of judging that this group of people wears dentures or is self-conscious about their smile. At least it implies so, by stating this in this advertisement. So I thought that was interesting, but overall it is definitely geared towards an older audience, this advertisement, and a specific age group, because majority of like 20-year-olds or people that aren't in the baby boomer generation are not wearing dentures, although some might be due to medical reasons. But yeah, so it's definitely geared towards an older group of people. This is the second advertisement. Again, it's aimed at the older adult. In here in the description, it says, "We specialize in women's functional fitness training for the older adult." So again, it's kind of assuming that older people are, or baby boomers are part of the older age group, which I guess in some ways is true, but again, it's a very large age group, and I thought that was interesting how it very clearly states in this advertisement that they're geared towards an older adult. And I thought the picture was really interesting too. But anyways, I thought this was kind of a good example. I feel like a lot of people that move as they get older, maybe they like are needing to be social in a different social group or something. It could help with resocialization, basically. So resocialization is the process of replacing previously learned norms and values with new ones as a part of a transition in life. So I feel like a lot of people maybe are retiring around this age or something, so they're kind of learning how to socialize again, which I thought this was kind of a good, it's a lot of it is like small group training as listed in here and geared towards these groups, and they have this picture of like three women together, so it it's kind of like a social advertisement as well as like fitness. But so this is the third advertisement, and again, kind of stereotyping that baby boomers are needing assisted living, which is another, I think, example of resocialization. People that are moving into assisted living are more moving into completely different society in a way, like they're being isolated from society. And so it's an example of a total institution, which Ferris and Stein define total institutions as institutions in which individuals are cut off from the rest of society so that they can be controlled and regulated for the purpose of systematically stripping away previous roles and identities in order to create new ones. Which in the book they actually listed a nursing home kind of as one of these institutions. So maybe families don't have time to take care of their older family members, and they're kind of falling out of the roles in their or identities, and they have to create new ones in this type of institution. And this is the final advertisement, which is advertisement for social media posting resource. So I kind of looked into this, and basically it's like an aid to help you with your social media marketing or social media accounts. So this was interesting because I thought it kind of assumes that baby boomers aren't able to operate social media, meaning that they might need help with certain social media or new technology. And Ferris and Stein define technology as material artifacts and the knowledge and techniques required to use them, which was Ferris and Stein 2018, and this was on page 90 in chapter 3. So yeah, I thought that was kind of a good example of like our culture and new technology, and thought it was interesting that this advertisement was pretty different from other ones, but it was also included in this baby boomer magazine, or the Boomer magazine. Finally, these are my resources: Ferris and Stein, The Real World and an Introduction to Sociology, 6th edition. Thank you for listening.